Hey guys, this is Nathan from RunDreamAchieve.com. Hope you all are having a great week of training. Today's video's topic is running slow to run faster. And the reason why I'm making this particular video is because I have had a few people leave comments in regards to does running slow really help you to run faster? And you know, if you're feeling fatigued or you don't feel like you're getting enough rest from your previous hard workout, is taking a complete day off a better choice in regards to getting more of a return on your investment from that hard anaerobic workout that you did? And yes, absolutely. I mean, over the years when I was training for 5K up to the marathon distance, there were days where I just felt awful and I had to take a day off or even a couple days off rather than go out and jog or run easy after a hard workout. You really have to listen to your body when it comes to training optimally for a middle to long distance event. You're not always going to feel great in workouts and in races. There's going to be poor workouts and there's going to be poor races. There are going to be times when you have a workout scheduled that you either cannot finish or you can finish, but you're definitely not going to hit the particular paces that you were aiming to hit. Say, maybe you had a planned workout of doing 8 to 10 1Ks on the track, and you could only make 2 or 3 of those at your goal pace that you had planned out for that particular workout. There are times where you're just going to have to adjust pace. You're going to have to back off and know that maybe your body needs an additional 48 hours of recovery from maybe a workout that you did a few days prior, rather than trying to get bent out of shape because you're not hitting the particular paces that you were aiming for that particular workout. I had that happen all the time when I was training heavily for middle to long distance races. There were just times where either I had to completely back off on the paces that I was aiming to hit for either my mile repeats or my repeat 800s, or other times where I had maybe a tempo run planned of maybe 10 miles and I just felt awful, so I dropped it down to 5 miles, or 8 kilometers. So you have to, bottom line up front, you have to listen to your body, and running slow to run faster, what that really means is paying more attention to recovery, because if you're running slow enough and if you're listening to your body and going off of feel, you're going to get better results because you're allowing that allotted time that your body absolutely needs for you to get results, for you to recover from those hard tempo runs, the hill repetitions, your harder long runs we talk about. You have to allow that time to recover. Otherwise, you're going to continue to push your body and not provide it enough time to recover from those hard workouts. And running slow is still very, very important. We're so caught up in how many miles a week or how many kilometers a week we're running, or what paces we hit for our track workouts or intervals, things like that, that we oftentimes get caught up in worrying about paces and workouts and not paying so much attention to the things that really matter the most. And that's really where recovery plays a huge part. Some of the best runners in the world that I've trained with and lived with, they paid very high attention to their recovery. And if they didn't feel great, they either took a day off or 2 days off. I mean, you can take literally a week off from training, complete rest, and not lose any amount of fitness from those 5 to 7 days off. So yes, it's very hard to back off and allow yourself time to really recover and to run slow, to run, when I say run slow, I'm talking jogging pace on your easy days. You shouldn't be worrying so much. You don't need to worry so much and so heavily on what paces per mile or paces per kilometer you're running on your easy days. Those easy days are there for a reason, and you want to be able to recover adequately enough that you get the highest return on your investment from those track workouts that you have been putting in, the tempo runs you're doing, the intervals, the the fartlek workouts, the hill repetitions you're doing, you want to get as much of a return on investment from those workouts as you can. And the only way to do that is to run slow, jog slow, allow yourself time to recover. And if you're not feeling great on those recovery days, it doesn't hurt to take a day off. It's better to be smart than to continue to push the body too hard and not allow it sufficient time to recover. And you just continue to, either spend more time trying to recover from your workouts, or you're just not getting, you won't get enough ROI from those hard workouts. So running slow is still very, very vital. Like I said, I've trained with some phenomenal middle to long distance runners, sub 4-minute milers, sub 102 half marathoners, sub 210 marathoners. These athletes are very accustomed to running very fast, but they're also very smart in what they're doing in training. And you can't just continue to push anaerobically every single week and not allow time for yourself to jog and recover and to take those days off. If you need to take a day off, take it. You could still get just as high enough results from running 4 days a week than other athletes that are running 7 days a week. So you don't need to be running every single day, especially if you're not feeling strong enough and you feel like you need that adequate time. You need that time to recover from those hard workouts. Usually, I always recommend taking 48 hours of easy jogging after a very hard track workout or a very hard road workout. Give yourself 48 hours and then go back into your next hard anaerobic workout. There are some athletes, especially the younger athletes, that can take, might just need 1 day of recovery after a hard track workout or a road session. But most athletes, and in my case, I needed usually around 48 hours, usually 2 days of easy jogging after a hard anaerobic workout for me to get the most out of my body and to be able to continue to train hard for many years. Again, great results in middle to long distance running are not going to happen in a matter of months. Sometimes it takes many years to get to the point where you can perform at your highest level and up to your particular potential. And I think a lot of athletes either give up or they don't train hard enough, long enough to get the results that they're looking for. And I've always said this, and I'm a firm believer in this, the faster you're wanting to run, the more that's going to be required out of you. And at the same time, Sebastian Coe said it best. He said, I've always believed that long, slow distance running produces long, slow distance runners. So it just depends on what your particular goal is. If your goal is to start and finish a marathon or start and finish a 5K, you don't need to focus so much more on the specifics of what I talk about in a lot of other videos. Anaerobic types of workouts, extending the amount of time you're training at a higher percentage of your maximum heart rate, things like that. You just need to focus on building endurance and do runs long and slow because your focus is more so just on the enjoyment of the sport, finishing your first race, but maybe you don't have a specific time you're aiming for your race. And that's where it gets more technical and there's more that's involved, especially the faster that you're wanting to run. But regardless if you're just trying to start and finish a race or you're trying to run a particular time, like a sub 2:30 marathon or maybe a sub 45 10K time, then you're asking out of yourself to be able to sustain pace and to be able to clear lactic acid in a more efficient way so that you can sustain that pace for your entire race. So it gets a lot more technical, there's a lot more that's involved in it, but still recovery plays a part and is very important for both athletes that are just trying to finish a race and those athletes that are trying to run a specific time for their event. So I hope that clears up the questions of if you're feeling bad, do you still run easy? Do you need to take a day off? Absolutely, you need to take a day off. You need to listen to your body, especially you could also be running low on a nutrient, or for me, I didn't know, but I was anemic. So I had to go get a blood test and to check my ferritin levels and my iron levels. Most runners oftentimes are anemic because we're losing so much iron through sweat and through what's called foot strike hemolysis, where every time your foot hits the ground, you're bursting red blood cells underneath the bottoms of your feet. So it's very easy to become anemic as well. And so that will make you feel very, very fatigued. Even if you're highly motivated, driven, and you're out putting in the work, you're not going to get any results because your oxygen carrying capacity of your cells are just so low, and you're running on that essential nutrient that your body needs. Your body needs iron and ferritin. And if you're running low on that, it doesn't matter how motivated you are to get out the door and train, you'll be able to go out and train, but you just will not be able to perform well in races. It just affects, low iron affects not only your cellular health, but also the ability for your cells to transport oxygen to your working muscles. So you need to be very well aware of that as well if you're feeling fatigue. So I hope this video makes sense. Hope that answers your question. If there's any other topic or anything else that you need me to cover in my next video, feel free to leave me a comment below this video, and I will definitely do that. Continue to leave comments to let me know how your training's going. Let me know where you're at currently in your training. It gives me a better indication of how I can assist you all and hopefully get you all greater results by working smarter. You don't need to work harder to get better results. You need to work smarter and start to use leverage. It's not about volume. It's about the quality of the workouts, the quality of the mileage you're putting in, and your willingness to pay attention to those easy days and listening to your body and taking time off when you need it, rather than continuing to go out and run when you really need to relax and give yourself complete rest. Take some time off and get a massage. If you're feeling fatigued and you don't really want to run on the roads or on the track, get in the deep end of a pool and run in the deep end. Just focus on your form. It takes all the impact off your legs and off your body. It's a lot easier. It's a difficult workout, but it's also a lot easier on your joints and your ligaments as well. So just some things to keep in mind. Hope you all have a great week of training, and I'll talk to you all in the next video.